U.S. A Bitcoin ETF is about to be approved. Expectations are tomorrow, Tuesday. In today's video, I want to give you a quick overview in what this means for you as an investor. If you should buy, hodl, or sell Bitcoin, what the actual effect's going to be, and how this is all going to turn out. So yeah, if you're interested in that, stay tuned because that's going to be for you. Hey and welcome to today's video. My name is Julian. On my channel, it's all about making you crypto fit. I discuss the beautiful world of decentralization, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, altcoins, whatever there is to mention. Obviously, I talk about my company, Cake DeFi, as well. Sure, it's my own channel, so I'm allowed to do that. But today, I want to cover a topic that obviously is big in the news, and that is the Bitcoin ETF. As it looks like tomorrow, Tuesday, ProShares Bitcoin Futures ETF is going to get approved. And there are expectations that later during the week, Valkyrie, also a Bitcoin Futures ETF, is going to get approved. So we should have, maybe by the end of the week, 2 Bitcoin Futures ETFs. And obviously, just really quick, this doesn't mean that these ETFs actually invest into physical Bitcoins. They are investing into a basket of Bitcoin futures, very similar to how some commodity ETFs are working. And then either they just rebalance the basket or they simply roll over all the time. Now, that's going to be some interesting effects. First of all, there are critics who say that this doesn't affect the price, and they are discussing how this is very similar to 2017 when Bitcoin futures in general were trading on the or were approved to trade on the CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and then Bitcoin really rallied, as we remember, and then when these futures actually went live, beginning of January 2018, the market completely crashed. So a lot of people are talking about that this could be very similar. And it could be, of course, because there's various options that happen. First of all, it may happen that people, instead of investing into the physical Bitcoins, they are now investing into the futures. Now, there's a key thing there, though. You're going to have a spread, and people will arbitrage that spread. So they will buy spot, sell the future, also known as a cash and carry trade. And that's going to have some very interesting effects. It will pull the price of Bitcoin, the physical price, towards that future. Obviously, it will also allow people to short a lot easier, of course. But I think as a net long-term effect, it's going to be very, very bullish on the price, simply because now there's commodity ETFs, commodity ETFs that can invest into that ETF. There's even pension funds. There's pretty much anyone that has the possibility to invest into ETFs can now get exposure into Bitcoin. So as a whole, I would expect that this can be very, very, very bullish on the long term. Now, on the short term, this is important. Expect that there are traders who were simply trading that over the last, I don't know, maybe even just 2 weeks. If you remember many times during our Twitter spaces, if you are not following those, then you should follow Cake DeFi on Twitter. Every Tuesday, I'm holding a Twitter space for an hour and discuss markets. So you should go and check this out. Already at the end of September, I discussed about September being bearish, October being bullish, and well, the first 3 weeks have been super bullish. I expect this to actually going forward. But that's the key point now. You are going to have some short-term trades from people who've been pocketing 50% gains, and that is important. They're going to take some profits. In my opinion, that's going to cause a bit of a headache going through a new all-time high. We're standing now between $61,000, $62,000. New weekly high yesterday, Sunday. So that's bullish and positive. But I would be surprised if we see an all-time high here in October. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a little bit of some correction, simply because people are gonna buy the rumor, sell the news, and they're gonna trade that. So I think that's important to mention here. So what does this mean for you? At the moment, we don't see mass retail streaming into crypto yet. We see this in all kinds of numbers. You can look at this on the apps downloads. You can see, or I can see this on my book purchases. I know how many people buy books. I can compare this to May, for example, or April, when there was mass hype this year. I can see this in the Facebook groups. I obviously see this also in the entire interest when it comes to crypto on the channel. So we don't see that yet. And I'm not sure if actually crypto is going to see that as much. So I think that's important to mention this year. And then the other question is, when do altcoins start rallying? Will we see an altcoin season this year? Will they, as normal, rally always about a month after Bitcoin rallies? I'm optimistic about that, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually happening. So as a whole, Bitcoin ETF is going to be very bullish, very positive, long term. Short term, yeah, there's always going to be some ups and downs. Interesting is also going to be mid-November, what's going to happen to an actual spot-based Bitcoin ETF. That would be a physical ETF, so let's see how that's going to turn out. These are a bit of my thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions. Then comment down below. My team's going to work through those questions. We're going to compile them, maybe do a follow-up video on the Bitcoin ETF. But yeah, fingers crossed for tomorrow, Tuesday. Let's see. With that, stay safe. Check out cakedefi.com. Get cash flow. Get your Bitcoins. Get ETH. Get DeFi chain, whatever coin. Get cash flow on them. Life is better with cash flow. With that, all the best. Thanks so much. See you next time. Yours truly, Julian. Bye-bye.